June 1st, 2021. I was stuck in the matrix. I was checking all the boxes of my life. The dream job on Wall Street in New York City. Graduated college with a 3.8 GPA. Even finished a semester early. And I was doing everything that everyone told me to do. But it was on this day that I was presented with a choice. The red pill or the blue pill. The red pill would give me freedom. It would allow me to break out of the matrix. And the blue pill would keep me stuck, the way the rest of the 99% of the world lives. Fast forward to today, 2 years later, I've built a near $1 million business in my 20s because I broke out of the matrix. I even moved to Bali for 6 months to travel the world with my partner because now I can work from anywhere and I'm living my dream life. I literally made 3 times my yearly corporate salary in just 1 month working for myself. So you clicked on this video because you want to learn how you can break out of the matrix too. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3 steps I took to enter the 1%. I'm also going to share all of the lessons that I learned along the way and show you by the end of this video how you can escape the matrix too. And before we dive all the way in, I just want to make it abundantly clear that step number 3 is the most important because it's one that you're going to be able to take action on today. You see, it's guys like Iman Gadzhi and Andrew Tate that are always talking about breaking out of the matrix. And even though it may sound cliche, once you take the red pill, you can't see it any other way. You're literally living in it. The news, the rat race, corporate America, get a job, student debt, buy a house and accumulate more debt. It's a vicious cycle. Most people in their 20s are looking forward to the weekend because they get a taste of what it's like to be outside of the matrix. And every day just feels like Groundhog's Day once you start the week over again on Monday. And it's kind of scary. If you take a look around you, most people are living this way. So the first thing I had to do to break out of the matrix was brainwash myself. That person that I described earlier was literally me. I hated my life. I was wearing this suit every day. I was afraid to paint my nails because I didn't want people to think less of me if I had colored nail polish on. And I was the person who was looking forward to Friday to wake up on Sunday mornings hungover with the Sunday scaries. So what I did was I became a personal development junkie. YouTube, podcasts, self-help books, anything that I could get my hands on. But keep in mind, I was $25,000 in debt, so I didn't have thousands of dollars to invest into online courses or coaches. So I did the best with what I had. The first book I ever read was The Secret, and that was what really showed me how most of society is living and how I never wanted to be that way ever again. I was the person who joined every single free training or freebie or opt-in. And because I couldn't afford the courses, I did everything I could to treat those freebies as if I just paid $10,000. And it took me a couple months to realize that most of the stuff wasn't resonating for me. The only thing that really worked was reading the book The Secret. That book changed the way that I think and allowed me to rewire my subconscious mind using positive affirmations. So every time I heard myself saying, I can't, I changed that to I am, and I am capable. And just to save you some time, you don't have to go through and read the entire book yourself. If you can just take away that one nugget of changing your verbiage in your thoughts, that will get you one step closer to breaking free from the matrix. Step number 2 was I had to change my environment. And in order to change my environment, I understood that everything I say was a magnet for what was being reflected back to me. So the friendships, the romantic relationships, all of the relationships in my life were a reflection of my thoughts. So like some of you watching right now, you may think affirmations are woo-woo. And I hear you. That's also what I thought in the beginning as well too. But affirmations, visualization, and meditation were the 3 core changes I made to my routine every single day to break out of the matrix and live the abundant life I knew I was destined for. You see, you are a magnet. The thoughts that you think, the words that you say, the circles you hang out in, that is telling the universe you want more of that. And the way that I like to think of it is super simple. The universe is like your genie. The universe is saying to you, your wish is my command. So think about it. What are the wishes that you're putting out into the universe? Because that's exactly what you're getting reflected back to you. And once I realized this, the hardest part was the simplest tip. I cut off the people that were no longer supporting me cold turkey. And that doesn't mean I went and sent them a text and said, I'm no longer being friends with you. I just stopped putting myself in those rooms. I stopped going out and drinking and partying and looking forward to the weekend. And I replaced my Friday nights with personal development books. You see, your actions speak louder than words. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take out your pen and your notepad, your phone, your notes app on your phone, whatever it is. And I want you to write down all of the actions you're taking in your life that are keeping you stuck. Are you drinking? Are you partying? Are you eating junk food? You see, most of the time we have the awareness, we're just not taking action. Once you see the things that you're doing that you don't resonate with any longer, you can actually flip those things and find new actions to take. And this is how you brainwash yourself and change your environment. But the first step is the awareness. You see, doing these things helped me find my true self and who I am at my core. It's not that I needed to add more, it's that I actually needed to cut out the fluff in my life to make space for the actions that would breed results. And after seeing all of this positivity in my life, I kept going down this self-improvement rabbit hole, and I started reading more books and listening to more podcasts. I became addicted to personal development. I even changed the songs that I listened to, so I would pull up a playlist on Spotify called High Vibrations or Self-Love. I had fully rewired my subconscious mind, and I tricked my brain and programmed it for success. So at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, how can I do this too? So I'm gonna recap everything that we went over so far in a 3-step breakdown. Step 1 is to start saying positive affirmations. What I did was I kept a list handy of my top 10 favorite affirmations, and you can check those out right here. And I had this note with me wherever I went. So anytime I felt a negative thought come in, I would pull out the list and I would start saying the positive affirmations and start brainwashing myself. And step 2 is you have to realize that your inputs equal your outputs. So what are the shows that you're watching? What is the music that you're listening to? Can you take a conscious action to change the TV shows, the music, and replace that with motivational YouTube videos, inspirational podcasts, high vibrational music? Start going for a walk in the morning, even 10, 15 minutes a day, just to move the stuck energy. And anytime you get a negative thought or a limiting belief, you have to pattern interrupt. There's so many little shifts you can make on the day-to-day, and what I recommend is writing a list of them. And step number 3 is changing your mindset from I want to I am. And the way you shift that is every time you feel a desire come through, I want you to believe that it's already yours. You have to trick your brain, and this is how you rewire your subconscious mind. When you have a mindset of I want, you're telling the universe that it's not actually yours and it's out of reach. So what you want to do is you want to step into your future self now by claiming the things that you hope to have in the future and putting your order in with the universe. So I like to think I'm someone who keeps my promises, and like I said, number 3 is the most important tip for you to break out of the matrix and start taking action today. And that number 3 is acquiring skills. Now that we got your mind right in step 1 and step 2, in order to become a part of the 1%, you must bring value to this world. The universe, God, source, whatever you choose to believe in, will reward you for giving to this world. You will be rewarded for making the world a better and more abundant place. So think about, how can I add value to this world? And the way you can add value is by acquiring skills. I know the cliche saying has become learn a high income skill, but how can you actually bring value through your skills? And the number one question I ask myself to find that answer is, what problem are you solving? Are you able to teach something better than anyone else? Are you charismatic? Do you make people laugh? What are your skills, and how can you hone in on the things that you're already good at? So for me, I had always been a charismatic person. I've always been good at sales no matter what job that I had. So what I did is I doubled down on that energy and I began creating content just like this. But the most important thing to remember, and listen up closely, is that you just pick one thing and you focus on it for the next 90 days. When I focused on picking my skill, which was leveraging with media, I focused on 3 things. 1, something that's already proven to work. work. 2, something that I enjoyed. And 3, something that is proven to have a high ROI, return on investment. And you see, the answer wasn't clear. But what was clear was the instructions to do whatever it takes to acquire skills. So it first started with starting an e-commerce dropshipping store. Then I was a social media manager. Then I was an influencer. And I started stacking my skills until I found my one thing, which was becoming a content creator. But you see, what I did different than everybody else and how my brand started to stand out was that I was a content creator on the front end and a business owner on the back end. So I began creating content, but then also selling my own products and services like online courses and coaching and digital products. You see, but it wasn't always like that. It was that I started with one skill, which was content creation, and then people literally started asking me to coach them, and coaching fell into my lap. And that's why it's so important to just put one foot in front of the other, because you will be rewarded for your actions to break out of the matrix and set you free. So if you like the idea of becoming a content creator and a business owner, you're going to want to click the first link in the description of this video, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can do this too in the next 90 days. The creator economy is only growing, and there's so much room for you and your voice. And the reason why this is one of my favorite spaces is because no one can do it like you. It's your face, it's your brand, and it's your why. So to get back to my story and how I really broke out of the matrix and built a near $1 million business in my 20s is because I discovered the power of making money online by leveraging media. When I first started, I had $10,000 in my savings account, and the minute I quit my job, I invested $5,000, 50% of all the money that I had to my name, to a business coach. I learned about how to build a business, I learned about how to become a content creator, and then I launched my first course. I had to figure out how to make income online because I no longer had a job. And within 60 days of doing that, I had my first $20K month between brand collabs, online courses, and one-on-one coaching. And in the 2 years that I've been doing this, I've made over $700K in revenue, and we're on track for $1 million. I have to interrupt this video quickly because I want to give a shout out to School, which is where I host my online courses. As you may know, I create these videos to help you escape the matrix and achieve a life of freedom. And the way I've been able to do that is through my online education company. The reason why I love online education like courses and coaching is because in my 2 years of selling online courses, I've come to realize that people don't buy for the information, they buy for the community. And that's what School does really well. They give you the platform to actually bridge the gap between having someone buy your course and actually be a part of your movement and your community. School is an all-in-one platform where you can host your course, your community, and your calendar all in one place. I currently host my membership and my signature online course with School and have over 300 active clients among the two communities. If you're also looking to monetize as a content creator, click the link in the description for a 14-day free trial to School now. So, to answer your question, this is how you are going to escape the matrix. You're going to be like the 1%. You're going to take the red pill because there really is no other way after watching this video all the way through. And if I can give you one last tangible piece of advice, it's this: nothing will change if nothing changes. You have to take action. And I want to show you exactly how you can do that starting today by watching this video next.